like that's kind of like my drive right now, because I actually found something
Hmm.
that I feel like I actually want to be good at. I want to be good at Japanese. I
Hmm.
want to be good at Japanese.
So it started as just a group of friends that came out to Japan and fell in love with the country. All of them said how cool it would be to speak Japanese or to understand anime without the subtitles. It's something they'd all dreamt about. Now, quite a few people say this, but once they find out the amount of work that's involved, the thousands of kanji characters they have to learn and so on, they quit early, or worse yet, they don't even get started to begin with. But in that group, there was one man that shocked even me. You see, this man has been studying for hours daily, whilst working full time and uploading his progress every single day. Now, he's proven that he's serious about getting good, and so what we're going to be doing with this project is monthly check-ins where I'm personally going to be advising what he can do to improve, and we'll be documenting it monthly every step of the way. Now, there are a few obvious reasons why you need to watch this series, right? I mean, if you're someone who's learning or even thinking about learning Japanese, then there are going to be some concrete, actionable steps you can take away and apply to your own experience for free. Look, I'm not getting paid to make this, so you could help me out by subscribing to the channel, commenting, and share with anyone who you feel could benefit from this series as well. Secondly, why am I qualified to advise here? Well, at the present day, I'm at a near native level of proficiency in the language. Obviously, I have the JLPT N3. I work for a top Japanese financial firm in Tokyo where the job is conducted predominantly in Japanese. So for a lot of people, that could be considered the end of the road. And in my case, from the first video I put out, I was already at a pretty good level of Japanese, but I stopped and thought, well, hold on. Wouldn't it be interesting to see what the full journey looks like? To have someone who's walked that path and completed it to tell you what pitfalls to avoid and how to make the most progress and actually see that going into effect. So this isn't some get fluent in 24 hours BS. What we're doing here doesn't exist anywhere else on YouTube. And there's only one objective for this project: to take him from beginner to fluency. So with that being said, let's meet the man. I've given a bit of an introduction as to what we're doing with this project and everything, but yeah, here to meet the man himself. So Rash, how you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you? Long time no see.
Yeah, true. I suppose it's the first time seeing you since you left Japan, right?
Two months ago. I missed the place already. Man.
Yeah. Well, there's going to be a lot of people on this, watching this video thinking about what's convinced this madman to go so hard with trying to learn the Japanese. So I've got to ask you, like, what's motivating you? What inspired you to start in the first place? And, how have you managed to keep it up so far?
What really made me want to learn Japanese, I'm not gonna lie, is watching you interact with people in person. I'm not gonna lie, I'm totally honest with you. Totally honest,
Yeah.
it was you. Because the way you just interact with people, I was like, how's this guy doing this? How? And this guy's just speaking fluently, like not even breaking a sweat. I was like, wow, I actually want to try this myself. Like, I want to go down the same path you went to. I think that what really set it for me is I think when you're talking to I remember we went to the restaurant in Osaka for the first time, and you had to go up there. I think the restaurant was upstairs, and you just spoke fluent Japanese to that guy. And he's like, oh, Nihongo?
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, that was probably the main, okay, right, yeah, let me learn now. It was like that moment, really.
Okay, fair enough. And then, so like outside of just seeing that, thinking kind of it looks cool, is there anything else, like maybe, that's drawn you to Japan as a country? Because obviously before you even saw me speak Japanese, you guys had made the decision to come over here. So of all places in the world, right, you guys chose Japan. So is there something else that was kind of drawing you to it?
Like growing up, we all loved anime, and we love Japanese culture, and we always wanted to visit Japan.
Mm-hmm.
So when we went the first time, just being immersed with everything, like the people, like the mannerisms of Japanese people, the aesthetic of Japan, like everywhere's clean, food, like cheap over there. It was just overall just an amazing experience. Like all these things that I loved growing up mainly comes from Japan as well. Don't forget me, I love my own culture as well. But Japan that has my heart. I'm not gonna lie.
You need those kind of motivations to keep you going. So I think like for anyone learning, it's always important to remind yourself kind of why you started in the first place, what's keeping you going, and I guess what the end goal is. So for yourself, where are you trying to get to with this? Is it maybe having daily conversations, or potentially even living over here? Like, what's on the table for you? Where are you aiming towards?
So I'm aiming to hopefully live in Japan. But I need to go there. I have to go there with a plan. So I'm learning Japanese right now. I want to do the JLPT exams.
Okay.
But at the end of the year, I'll be N3 level. That's my goal. N3 level by the end of the year. When I'm N3 level, I can start looking at my options into moving to Japan. It's a hard decision to make, even leaving your home. But some people, I don't know if it's like an easy decision for you because you were fed up, just like leaving everything behind and just starting a new life. For me, I feel like it would be quite hard. I need that independence as well. Just like what it's like, just being away from everything, starting a new life and just figuring out stuff on my own and not being so dependent on like other people. You know what I mean, like my parents and stuff. Even though I am independent now, but you know what I mean, like if I'm living abroad, then like what? Like, there's nothing my mom can really help me with at all, or my dad. So,
sink or swim sort of scenario. So it seems like it's not just about the Japanese language in itself. It's also about I guess the next stage of your life and leveling up as a person overall.
Yeah.
So, like myself, obviously, you grew up in South London. You're still there currently now. Now, one of the reasons I moved out to Japan is obviously I really like Japan, the culture, a lot of the reasons you touched on. But another reason was I was pretty fed up of living in London. So I don't know if you can resonate with any of that, or is it just purely you just like Japan and that's it?
London, I feel like growing up in London, it's just inflation. I'm fed up with it as well. I feel like a lot of people grew up with are planning like to move out, like to leave England because like get a house nowadays, somewhere to live. It's really expensive. Like it's at a point where it's not worth moving. So when I went to Japan, I met some lovely people, friends. I still talk with them now. I speak to them on a daily basis.
Okay.
Only Japanese, no English at all. So
really?
I'm texting,
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yeah. So I'm actually like texting to them in Japanese, and it's like it's hard.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like my drive right now because I actually found something that I feel like I actually want to be good at. I want to be good at Japanese. I want to be good at Japanese.
Yeah, I hear that, man.
And I'm getting like, I know you're just getting like so much support as well. Like it adds more fuel to the fire. It's like, okay, then keep going, because I know with like most people they're struggling and they'll just stop. Because it's hard, and you're not gonna even though I'm just N5. I'm like N5 level. I had like a stage where I was like, okay, this is so hard. I mean, just when I came back from Japan, I was like, okay, I need to take like a week or 2 weeks off. So I do know people burn out. Japanese. So like, even though I do feel a bit burnt out, I do tend to take a rest, but it's like a short rest.
Yeah.
I have to, but I still like tend to get in like a bit of Japanese every day, even if it's just texting.
I think just trying to use it as much as possible is one of the cornerstones to improving. And like these videos you've been putting out, right? It's like you said, that's part of the motivation for you. I suppose the more you do it, the more people will get behind you, and the longer you're doing it for, I guess you're kind of putting a bit of pressure on yourself there because you're on a streak at the moment. How many days are you on now of putting these videos out?
I just done day 49 yesterday, so it'll be day 50 today.
Wow, okay.
So nearly 2 months.
Yeah. That's crazy, man. You making me look bad, like putting out a video after a year and a half. You're doing videos daily, right? No, fair enough. And then so obviously you said you're trying to come over here, but in order to do that, you've kind of got JLPT in your mind as something that you need to attain. So I guess you're trying to do something other than teaching English. Is that correct?
Yeah, I don't teach English now. I'm not a teacher. No, I'm not teaching English.
Yeah.
So my skill set is actually IT.
Yep.
I've been doing IT for the past 8 years.
Mm-hmm.
As I'm studying Japanese as well as that, hopefully I could put myself into a good position where like okay, it won't be too hard for me to find a job in Japan.
Right.
It's just I haven't really looked into what like the whole circumstances into living into Japan yet. Because my main focus is just learning Japanese and trying to like sort out like my life in the career sense.
Yeah, I think that's good that you've got a pretty clear goal in mind, and so the fact that you want to get to a certain level of Japanese before coming over here seems that the work that you do, you don't just want to be doing it in English. You want it to have an element of Japanese involved. It sounds like. You say that's fair. Yeah. Cool. And so you say once you get to N3, you're going to start looking at potentially making that move over here. But at the moment, we're in the early stages. Yeah. Cool. All right. Well, I think, as a way of an introduction, that kind of covers most things people might be interested in. For the next segment of the video, we can kind of look at where you are currently. I know you've mentioned, N5, been studying for 6 months, 2 hours a day. So we kind of have a sense from there. But from that point, we can maybe take a shift and look at what are some things you can start implementing immediately to start leveling up the Japanese. So with that, we'll see you guys in episode 2.